So as you can see, the front of this car really does not look too bad. You do get your very big chrome grille right over here with your big Honda badging. There is quite a lot of fake grilling, like here for example, and over here. These are all fake grills. The only real grill over here is over here and over here. This car does sit pretty high to the ground, so you don't need to worry about scratching up your bumper with the speed bumps. And also another pro is that this isn't plastic, so you do not need to scratch up your white paint. So let me walk you through the lights of this car. This car does have a spotlight right over here, but they're the normal halogen standard lights. So let me show you how the daytime running lights look like. The park lights, the headlights, the spotlights, the brights, the indicators with the lights, and the indicators without the lights. So as you can see, those lights don't look too bad for what it is. They do illuminate the road quite well. So there isn't much to go over. There is no front parking sensors over there, but you can tow your car if something really does go wrong with your VTEC engine. You also do have a nice little body line right over here on the bonnet. So enough of me talking about the front of this car. Is the specs really as interesting as the front of this car? Let us find out. So let's go over the specs of this Honda BRV. This car has a 1.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder petrol engine, which produces 118 brake horsepower or 88 kilowatts. This car also produces 145 Newton meters of torque, which is not a bad number at all considering this is only a 1.5 liter engine. This car goes 0 to 100 kilometers in 10.9 seconds, and this car's top speed is 160 kilometers or 99 miles. This car is front wheel drive, and this car weighs 1,212 kilograms or 2,672 pounds. This car is very economical considering its size and passenger carry limit, which is 7 people, as it would average about 7 liters per 100 kilometers on the city, and on the highway it can go as low as 5 liters per 100 kilometers. The CVT is very economical. So this car comes in a 6-speed manual and a CVT. This one is the CVT model. Finally, this car retails at $14,160 in America, 207,000 in South Africa, and in Europe 12,830 euros. So is this car worth your hard-earned money? Let us see in the further part of the video, where you will see if this car is right for you. So this is the back of this Honda BRV, and as you can see, it doesn't look very bad, especially with its Porsche Cayenne style lighting over here, this light strip. It makes the car look more unique. Right off the bat, you can see that you do have your tinted smash and grab heated rear windscreen right over here with a nice little wiper which does collect some leaves. You also do have your chrome stripping right over there where your number plate lighting and your boot latch is located. You do have a plastic bumper right over here, and you do have this very unique looking splitter right over here. It looks quite unique, very unique. So you do have a reflector right over here and your hidden exhaust, which is located right down there. So this car does have quite a lot of styling going on over here, just like the side of the car, which I will review more to the end of the video. It's very unique looking. So The back over here is the same type of story with the lighting. There is no LED light, it's just the normal halogen lighting. So let's not waste too much time and let me show you how they look like. This normal daytime running lights, the tail lights, the brake lights with the lights, the indicators with the lights, the indicators without the lights, the brake lights without the lights, and of course the reverse lights. So as you can see, those lights don't look too bad at all. They do look very good considering the price range of this car, especially with this very nice bidding right over here. Let me open up the boots for you. I will put the exact specifications of the boots on the screen because I can't remember the exact specifications. But as you can see, the third row seats are open, which is the 7-seater, which does mean that the boot right now is around 200 liters. If we do close these seats, it will be around 600 liters, which is quite good for an SUV. So enough of me talking about over here. Let us begin with the back of this car. You do have your seat belts over here for your third row passengers. Let me quickly close this for you. As you can see, this is how it looks like when it's closed. And it does reveal that you do have some speakers at the back over here. You do have a cup holder, some storage, and a nice plasticky armrest. You also do have a cover over here which does reveal some storage where you can put your first aid kit, and there's nothing over here, there's just a grill. But there isn't like a netting or anything like that, so you can put small stuff so they mustn't slide around. But yeah, over here it is lined in carpet instead of plastic, so that's quite nice. The carpet feels like plastic anyways, it's not very good. And over here is your third brake light, and yeah, that is the end of the back of this car. Let me close the boot. And now let me move on to the interior of this car, where you will get a full detail review. So this is the interior of this Honda BRV, and as you can see, I'm nicely snuggled up inside this interior. It's very comfortable. So let us begin with the center console of this car. As you can see, you do have your 2 air conditioning vents with your radio right over there, with your hazard switch located right next to it on the right side. Then right below that, you do have your air conditioning, which is an automatically operated, and then right below that you do have some storage, and even right below that you do have a USB port and a cigarette lighter. So let me talk to you about this air conditioning. As you can see, it is a 1 zone, but something very cool is that the rear passengers do have an air conditioning of their own. I will show you when I do review the back of this car. So let me hurry up with the front, so I must not make this video too long, and I'm wasting my time right now talking about this. So let's begin. So the temperature does go down by 1 degree. As you can see, the highest is 32 degrees, the lowest is 18 degrees. You do also have an automatic mode, and yeah, you do have some air conditioning. Then you also do have your automatic air circulation, which does go forward, up and down, wherever you want it to go. You do have your defrosters for your front and back. You have your on and off switch, and then on the left side you do have your fan speed operations, as you can see. And then right below all of that, you do have the slider, which does change where the air is coming from, either from the interior or the outside. As you can hear, it is working perfectly. So then let me talk to you about the radio. This radio is just a standard radio. It does have your FM, your AM, then it also does have your USB, your Bluetooth, and yeah, your aux, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It is pretty nice. The speakers are not very terrible, but they're also not the best. They do sound quite lovely, especially for the price of this car. So let us go over the other parts of the center console. As you can see, you do have some storage right below that cigarette lighter and that USB port, and then you do have 2 cup holders, your CVT gear shifter. Further down we go, we do have a handbrake, and even further down we go, we do have a cup holder. There is no armrest on this car, unfortunately. So then this is the driver's side of this car, and as you can see, you do have this very nice setup of 3 like circles. The middle does show your speed you're traveling at. On the left side it is your revolution counter, and on the right side you do have your fuel gauge, and then your little fuel economy gauge, and then it does display your trip A, and then your range, your average fuel economy 14 kilometers a liter, your trip B, and your time. So that is quite nice. So then talking about the steering wheel of this car, this is a leather steering wheel. On the left side it does have some nice type of switches for your radio, and yeah, on the left side there is no switches. I think that's for the cruise control. So as you can see, you do have some paddle shifters for a CVT, and then these are the stalks of this car, quite normal Honda stalks. On the left side is just your wipers, on the right side is your lights and your indicators. So then this is the other part of the driver's side, and as you can see, you do have an AC vent right over there. Further down we go, we do have a piece of storage, and even further down we go, we do have an engine start stop switch with our row of blank switches on the bless me. On the right side you can circulate how up bless me. Oh my word, now I look like a zombie. So then on the right side, on the furthest right, you do have your little switch where you can move the lights up and down. So a cool fact is that the engine start stop is only for this model, which is the what is this car again? Honda BRV Elegance. Yes, can I forget that? Cut 3, 2, 1. So a cool thing is that the start stop switch is only for the Elegance model, which is this one, and also the leather seats and all of that is for the Elegance model. So then this is the door panel of this car, and as you can see, you do have a nice little chrome handle, and you do have a tweeter right on top over there, full electric windows, your central locking, your mirror switch where you can also close the mirrors. Even further down we go, we do have a speaker, some storage, and then we also do have a cup holder, and that is it. So quite a lot of stuff are going on in this door panel. So then this is the passenger side, and as you can see, you do have your AC vent. You do have this very nice little trim. It looks like carbon fiber, but it is all plastic, don't get fooled. Then we have a cubby hole, and inside that cubby hole is nothing much. It is just a piece of storage. So talking about the seats on this car, these are leather seats because this is the Elegance model. They are manually operated. As you can see, they can go forward and backwards. If you want, you can drive like this, and they can also go forward and backwards, and this one can go up and down. So quite fancy smancy. So then talking about the roof up here, you do have a light right over there. In the sun visors of this car, both the driver and passenger do have mirrors, which is quite nice. And the same thing is with the handles, both the driver and passenger does have handles. So then talking about the quality of this car, you do have a plastic dashboard. Everywhere else is plastic, everywhere you touch, except this piece on the steering wheel. This is like a soft touch material. So yeah, it is quite nice. Does have an airbag. Talking about airbags, this car is missing some airbags. From my view, I can only see 2. So let me put it on the screen, the official number of airbags on this car. And that is me on the front of this car. Let me move on to the back of this car. So this is the back of this car, and as you can see I have a lot of space over here. I am seated quite high. I feel very comfortable. This car feels like a limousine, literally. So there's no center console to go over, but there is an armrest over here, as you can see, so you can rest your arms. These seats are very comfortable, I must say. Then this is the back of the driver and passenger seat. As you can see, you do have some storage where you can store a book or your iPad or anything you have. Then this is the door panel, and as you can see, same thing as the front, all plastic. And you do have your window switch, chrome handle. Further down we go, we do have a cup holder and some storage, and literally no speaker. So there's no speaker at the back over here. So yeah, there's no speaker at the back over here. The only speaker is by the third row, so the third row will get subwoofer type of, I don't even know anymore. So, and this is the very cool part, is that instead of a light over here, you do have this row of air conditioning. So that is very nice in my opinion. It does air condition you quite well. You can adjust the fan speed from up here. So yeah, that's quite nice, I must say. So then every rear passenger, even the third row passengers, do have a handle at the back over here. And the seats on this car, especially for the second row, is quite nice, leather seats. And something very cool, have you seen this in many cars? You can move this forwards and backwards. Wait, give me a moment. Where is the switch? Yes. Also this forwards and backwards. How nice is that? So let me show you the carpet quality of this car. Let's just say it is not carpet, it is cardboard. And let me move on to the third row of this car. So, and this is the back over here. I am sitting very high up right now. I feel like the king of this car. So I don't have much legroom over here, but just remember the second row is at the furthest back and at the furthest incline it can go. But this is for the smaller people, or if you do move this a little bit more forward, you can have lots of space at the back over here. So yeah, same type of seats, the leather seats. So let me show you the panel at the back over here. As you can see, you do have your cup holders, some storage, and your speaker. That is pretty much it. And then of course the handles that I was talking to you about, and the lights right over there. So yeah, at the back over here, it's not bad at all. I do have a seat belt, and yeah, if there is a little car accident, I feel like I'm going to be flying through that window to say hello to the passenger or to the person that the driver crashed into. So this is the side of this Honda BRV, and as you can see, this is a very, very unique looking car. It may appeal to some people and it may not appeal to other people. For me, example, it does not appeal at all. I do not understand what Honda was thinking designing this car, but I don't want to offend any Honda fanboys. So let's begin with the brakes and tires. This car does have 16-inch alloy mags with drums at the back and discs on the front, so pretty standard for cars at this price range. You do have your tinted smash and grab windows right over here with your chrome handle. This is a more luxurious future. You also do have some chrome over here and a nice plastic side skirt with plastic biddings right over here. You do have your roof rack, as you can see, moves the car nicely. Check that out. Just shows how sturdy it is and how well stuck on it is on this car. You do have your color-coded mirrors with your indicators located right on the mirror. It's very, very modern looking. Well done to Honda for doing that. But other than that, I will not comment on how the side looks like. yeah, this does lock with the car, the fuel tank, and that is me on the side of this car. There's not much to talk about. So my opinion on this car is, I do think this is a great family car, especially for the price. You do have the comfort, the features, the luxuries, and the space for everyone. It's also very economical, and it does have a decent amount of power. Actually, it has a lot of power for 1.5 litre naturally aspirated 4-cylinder petrol engine. So let me put the Young Car Wiz score on the screen so you can see the scores that I gave this car. So for the daily scores, I gave this car 5 for features, 7 for comfort, 3 for quality, 9 for practicality, and 7 for value, which brings a total of 31 out of 50 for the daily scores. Now for the weekend scores, I gave this car 4 for styling, 3 for acceleration, 5 for handling, 5 for fun factor, and 5 for cool factor, which brings a total of 22 out of 50 for the weekend scores. So the total Young Car Wiz score for this car is a well-deserved 53 out of 100. Not bad at all for this car at this price range. So if you have stayed till this part of the video, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash the subscribe button, like button, and turn on post notifications. What is your opinion on this car? I would love to know your opinion on this very unique looking design. I would love to know what you think of it. So have a great day as always, and I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye. Coming up next on Young Car Wiz, I will be reviewing this 2011 Land Rover Discovery 4 3-litre SD V6 SE. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the